If you're the personal representative of an estate, this is what you need to know when selling a home in probate or a trust. Hi, I'm Kim Ward. I am the broker of Horizon Real Estate's probate and trust help. We have been helping executors, administrators, and trustees with homes in probate or trust for over 20 years here in beautiful San Diego. I'm going to start this out with a quick story about Laura. Laura was appointed as the trustee of her uncle's estate. She had never sold a home before, and she was overwhelmed when we first talked. She was overwhelmed about the responsibility. She needed to do all this extensive renovation of the home because there was some deferred maintenance, but she wasn't sure what exactly was necessary. When she talked with us and we looked at the house, we advised her on strategic, cost-effective repairs that would improve the value without her overspending on the home. We talked with her and explained to her about how we take a listing and how we schedule showings, which means that we typically put the home on the market on Wednesday or Thursday with no showings until Saturday. And what that does is it causes many people to come to our Saturday open house with or without their real estate agents, and we get multiple offers shortly thereafter. And in Laura's case, we did exactly that. We received multiple offers, we went through the negotiations, and we opened escrow shortly thereafter, relieving Laura of a lot of the burden of what to do and how to get started. So now we'll talk about the 10 most important things you need to know when getting ready to sell a home in probate or trust administration. First, understanding today's buyers. Buyers are more informed than ever because of the internet. They can get all the information they want on a property, and so that's what's so important, to present your property as well as possible when it goes out into the world on the internet. Many of today's buyers, they expect a home to be in very good condition, but there are many buyers also that are willing to do the sweat equity they need to do to make a home their own. And that means that a home doesn't have to be in perfect condition. It just needs to be in the best condition possible with cost-effective repairs, cleaning, soft staging, and great photos so that it draws them into the house. Buyers can get the information and will compare the price of the home that you are responsible for with other homes that have recently sold in the area. That means you want to price for the condition of the property. That leads us to number 2, the power of pricing homes in probate or a trust and how it matters. Pricing is crucial to get as many people in the front door as possible and to attract competitive offers. Some people think it's best to price high so that it gives you the ability to negotiate, but today's buyers are less likely to want to see the interior of the home if overpriced. Estate homes that are properly priced, like Laura's, will encourage buyers to come in, take a look, and then we get multiple offers. And this helps to allow us to do negotiations and to increase the net proceeds for the estate. If within even a couple weeks the property is not receiving offers or showings, then the price needs to be adjusted. It's almost always the main reason that we have not received offers. Number 3 is preparing for inspections. Most buyers will get an inspection even in what appears to be well-maintained homes. Many estate homes, they have deferred maintenance, and this can impact buyers' confidence in the home. If major repairs are needed, meaning the roof is in poor condition or the HVAC system has issues or is very old, or even the plumbing, it's best to know this in advance and price accordingly. Once a buyer does have an inspection, 95% of the time they send over what's called a request for repairs. They're going to ask for repairs, and a lot of times we negotiate credits on behalf of the estate. We always talk with our clients about having a strategy to handle that request. And keep in mind that emotional responses to a request for repair, well, it can derail a transaction. You want to let your agent handle those negotiations objectively. We're at number 4, What is the real cost of selling an estate home? Many personal representatives, they're not aware of the cost to sell an estate home. Typical costs include real estate compensation, escrow and title fees, possible repairs before putting the house on the market, and clearing out and addressing the personal property, as well as what we typically recommend, cleaning the house or having the home cleaned and including the windows. With the recent changes in how real estate agents are compensated, we have to call it compensated today, the seller's representative agent is paid by the sellers, and theoretically the buyer's agent compensation is negotiable. But not paying a buyer's agent compensation, it can affect buyer interest. It's important that you know that hiring a probate real estate professional, someone who has done this many times, it ensures and helps you to understand the financial side, and it will help you to avoid costly mistakes. Since you're watching this, you are interested in the 10 things you need to know when selling a home in probate or trust administration. We hope you find this of value. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel because we have lots of information, and hit that bell button to be notified of our upcoming weekly video because you wouldn't want to miss any. Number 5 is preparing the home for sale. Buyers expect a clean, well-presented home, even if it's somewhat dated. What is that saying? You only have one chance to make a first impression. Well, first impressions are really important. So the photos that are put online, they need to be professional and good photos. Updates like paint or changing out hardware or maybe even lighting can make a difference, and cleaning makes a world of difference and significantly improves the marketability of the home. We don't really need to talk about decluttering because in most cases the personal property has already been addressed. Number 6 is market uncertainties and timing of your sale. The probate process can delay when a home can legally be sold. It's important that you understand the court timelines. And that's why it's important to have a real estate professional that understands probate. And in the unlikely case that the estate requires court approval, you're going to have to expect some delays in the timeline and some serious procedures. Of course, selling a home in a low inventory period is the best thing because there's less homes for buyers to choose from, meaning there's less competition. And in most cases, buyers need to get a loan, and that's going to affect the timeline also. Number 7, choosing the right real estate professional to actually help you through this process. The agent you hire will affect your final net proceeds and also affect your stress level. Not all agents understand the probate or a trust sales process. Choosing someone that has done this many times, like me and my team, will ensure that you comply with the legal, the timeline, and the court requirements. In regards to a probate, a strong agent that knows the process will be able to coordinate with your attorney the court timelines and also the legal disclosures for selling a property. And hiring someone that's a discount agent may cost you more in the long run, in both delays and the final amount that you earn for the estate. Okay, we're at number 8, and this is about timing the market for the maximum net proceeds to the estate. Many personal representatives contact us and they think we need to sell in the spring, but this is San Diego County and the sun is almost always shining. So selling in the spring is not always the case. Sometimes selling during low inventory periods, like around the holidays, is a great thing to think about because your traditional sellers are not going to want their home on the market during the holidays. So positioning your loved one's home during that time can create stronger demand for your loved one's home. When repairs and cleanup is needed, that can affect when the home can go on the market. But my team and I, we've done this many times, and we put together a plan that we follow and we get properties on the market pretty quickly. Moving on to number 9, coordinating the sale and managing the beneficiaries or heirs' expectations. When there are multiple heirs, emotions and differing opinions, they can complicate the process. Keeping communication clear and factual by sending a weekly email to everyone keeps everything calm. Again, understanding that court process and being able to explain that to the beneficiaries will keep things calm also. And finally, number 10, managing that emotional toll when selling a loved one's home. Selling a home in probate or a trust, well, it's more than just a transaction. It can be a deeply emotional process. Some personal representatives, they struggle with the responsibility of selling a home that is filled with memories. Hiring a team that can manage some of that and take the stress off of the personal representative is an important thing to consider. And the goal is to honor your loved one's wishes while ensuring the financial benefit to the estate. Selling a home in probate or trust, well, it can be overwhelming, or it can be a process that you're managing with the help of a team. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this of value. Please go ahead and like, and if you have a comment or a question, put that in and subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified of our next video.